Welcome to the Rooted and Rising Collective, the podcast where faith and business meet. We're Joanna and Krista, two friends learning to build our lives and work, not on hustle culture or worldly success, but on the unique gifts God has given us. If you got 20 minutes, grab a coffee and join us. Whether you're a coach, consultant, or solopreneur, these conversations are for anyone who wants to stay rooted in Christ and rise into the calling He's placed on their life. Well, Joanna, we are back. Exciting again. Hi. Today, we're going to talk about women's synergy. I know we kind of tapped into that for those of you who have had the opportunity to listen to us previously before we kind of rebranded and came together. We talked a little, I would say, an intro to women's synergy, and today we're going to kind of learn all the ins and the outs, where you're at now, what that's looking like for you. Super exciting. What you got for us?
I am very excited. Thank you so much for that intro. Yeah, so previously we talked a little bit about like how Women's Synergy came about, and now I've been in it now since, let's see here. I launched officially in June, and we're nearing the end of September, and I actually am so excited because I have a client that's going to be graduating from the boot camp that I put them through with Women's Synergy. Probably, let's see here, in about another week or so, October 1st is going to be the last time that we get to meet, and then she launches October 3rd officially. So the really cool thing about Women's Synergy Consulting is you get to meet with me for 30 minutes for free. And I think that time is so important with my clients and potential clients, because they get to know a little bit about me and the services that I offer, but also they get to tell me about their dreams and their hopes and their aspirations and where they want to start and where they want to go. And the cool thing about this series that I put them through, I call it Business 101 Boot Camp. They have a pretty intense first 4 weeks of, getting to understand what does it mean to actually launch a business. And through that process, they get to kind of find out who they are. They have to have grit, and they have to have determination, and they have to learn to pivot. And sometimes I talk about this a lot with them. It's okay to, in their mind, fail. But even if that happens, it's okay. Pick yourself up. I'm here with you along with the journey, and you're not alone with my services. I make sure that I'm readily available for my clients, and they can reach out to me anytime. So it really makes it feel that I am an extension of their business, so they're not doing it alone. And I think that is really important when I meet with them for those first 30 minutes, that they understand that piece. And the really cool thing is, after they go through the intense boot camp, then they get to graduate, and they get to launch. And so after they launch their business, it doesn't end there for them. So I can pick up where they leave off and help them with a maintenance, plan. So if they just need to touch base with me once a month or once every few months, we can do that with a really flexible opportunity that I have built into my my plans that I offer to my clients. The other really cool thing that I want to call out for the listeners, just in case they are interested in my services, I also have a learning material that I just built, and so it's going to be included in this boot camp series that I am talking about. So what does that mean for you? It's added value. So you not only get me when we meet to go through the process of establishing your business and launching your business, but you get to have a separate system. It's like a client portal that you can access at any time. And we get to communicate through that client portal. So as you're working through your boot camp and your assignments and everything that you have to accomplish, you get to also have some learning materials that you can watch that I just created. So I'm super excited about that. So you can go back through and kind of like see the recap of what you just learned that week or maybe met up with me during the weekday, and you're maybe questioning like, okay, what did she say about this section? You can just go and listen to the recap. So I really think that is super exciting. And so you're going to get some additional added value with those services that I have. Yeah, it's just really exciting, Krista. Like you have no idea, and you probably do, especially with your conscientious collab business. You definitely understand with consulting services, it comes in a different package for everybody. It's a unique experience that you are tapping into, and even though my um, consulting services are a specialty, it's a niche market. I help service women and help them establish their own business, but then I also can help scale their businesses as well. So, although our consulting services don't look the same, the the cool thing that can be similar is the clients have a unique story. So, with Women's Synergy Consulting, even though I work with all females and doing the same type of boot camp experience for each female, they're their own individual person. So I get to have a completely different experience with every single person. So it's really exciting. And I love what I do. So if anybody has any questions, please feel free to reach out. You can go on to my website, womensynergyconsulting.com, or you can find me on Facebook or Instagram.
That's awesome. That's exciting. Let me ask you if I have questions now that you've shared all this. I have questions upon questions. So what are like just some basic, or I don't want to say basic, but like foundational things that someone could expect to learn, or things that they will understand at a deeper level, once they have completed this boot camp with you?
Yeah, thank you for the question. So the business 101 boot camp is the foundation, right? So they are going to learn what does it actually mean to pour and lay the foundation and framework to launch a business. So for the first, I'll just do a little snippet here, or a tidbit, excuse me. For the first week that we meet, you will be creating your business name. You'll understand how to do that, what that looks like, where to go to do that. And then you'll also get to build on that each week. You know, what comes with a business name? You have to understand marketing a logo. So what does that look like? Why are you choosing the logo that you're choosing? Why are you choosing that business name that you're choosing? So you're really getting a deep understanding of laying the framework, understanding that every decision you make from the very start will impact down the road. So it's helping my clients understand that and helping them kind of grow through that process with me, and I with them as well. And then that second part to your question, I don't want to forget it, so you're gonna have to repeat it.
Yeah, I think you actually you answered. I think you answered it, but if there's more, ultimately, like what can a client expect? Like when they're working with you, they're graduating from boot camp. What are some of the things they can expect to learn?
Yeah, so I do think that I maybe answered that
one.
then.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
rest they
When
can
you,
meet with me and we can go in a little bit more depth.
Yeah, no, definitely. So when you say, just to clarify for those listening, when you say creating your business name, you're not just talking about the creative aspect of it. You're also talking about doing it like from a legal standpoint as well, right? Like
Absolutely.
walking them through
I walk
that.
them through all of that process. And I definitely have this outlined very, clearly with my clients. I am not a legal advisor of any kind, and I cannot legally, tell them that this is how they should do it and this is why they should do it. I can just be a consultant in the space that says, from my experience, this is what you can do, this is what you could do. But I always, always recommend them to seek legal advice, especially when it comes to actually submitting and registering for the business. For example, if they create an LLC, Okay, so now that you're creating that legal entity, I need you to also understand that those implications, do not fall on the consultant. You have to be understanding that there is still that legal side that you have to do your own research with. And I made that very clear on how to do that, and I walked them through those steps.
Awesome. So, okay, what's a potential client thinking before they go to your website in the first place? Like, what kind of questions? What are they? I mean, let's be real. They're probably drowning in what ifs, or I don't even know. They probably don't even know what they don't even know yet. And I think
They
that's
don't.
a huge part of what you're bringing to the table.
Yeah.
But if someone's listening right now and what are some things that might be going through their mind where they're like, oh my gosh, Joanna, she's a perfect fit for me. I need to call her. I need to get on the phone with her right now because I'm ready. What does that
Yeah,
look like?
I'll be honest. Some of them even aren't thinking that they're ready. But by the time they reach me, then they say, okay, I'm wanting to move forward. Joanna is going to be there by my side. She's going to walk me through it. And I can sense that she really is compassionate and caring and desires for me to grow and follow through with the desire to be a business owner. Most of the time, they come to me with an idea, or they're in a full-time job and they're looking for something bigger and better and want to contribute to their households or their individual goals, and they are ready to take the leap, but they just don't know how. They've never opened a business, they've never ran a business, they don't even know the fundamentals of what that even means or looks like. So when they get to meet with me for those first 30 minutes and we get to evaluate the situation together, it is exciting to uncover and unpack, okay, I'm ready. I shared everything with Joanna, and then, going back and forth with what I can offer them. I think that's when my clients say, okay, like, I'm ready to move forward. It's just as simple as, that. Just
So,
a
okay,
woman with an idea and just needs some guidance.
I love that. I love that because, I think there are a lot of people, there are a lot of women out there who have the entrepreneurial spirit, but they just don't know it. They don't know. They're sitting around, they have all these ideas. Maybe they're in their corporate job trying to invent a new way to do things, or trying to solve problems, or create solutions for problems that they're seeing, and maybe they're not necessarily being respected in that space. We've all been there, right? Where we see an issue, and we're trying to solve the problem, and it's just like, well, that's not really what we're focused on, which is fine, because in my case, some of the time, that's not really what my job was meant to be focused on. But I am just one of those people who I'm just naturally trying to create something to fix a problem. And if I'm hearing you correctly, if you're sitting in a corporate space and you find yourself in that over and over and over again, there's a chance that you just haven't unlocked the fact that you have the entrepreneurial spirit, and there's ideas out there, there's businesses to be built. And so that's someone who should contact you as well then, just to kind of understand that. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. I accept all spaces and all journeys. I actually encourage on my website. There's a little bit, the FAQs, the questions that you have pre-filled out, so that when they are coming upon my page and just reading about things, they can read the question and answer and say, huh, that kind of like resembles me. So some of them talk about are you like in a corporate space? Are you a mom at home and you have an idea and you want to contribute to the household, but you don't want to leave your babies, and you want to be able to be at home with them, but still bring in some income? There's a whole array of individuals that, have a different journey, but for sure, I mean, I can give my own testimony here. I'm still working in a corporate space and have a job full time, but I'm also an entrepreneur at heart. And I've been an entrepreneur for the last 10 years or so, a little bit close to 10 years now. So I'm hoping that it encourages the women that come to me that are working in a corporate job that maybe do project management work or do, the customer service side of things, uh, any any array of customer or corporate work, right? Because a lot of times women will want to do something efficiently in their workplace, to your point, and they don't have that platform to help encourage it. So with me, they can come and say, hey, I have this idea and I want to turn it into a business. And I can walk them through, okay, let's outline this business plan. Now we are going to take your idea. I'm going to show you how to put it in a business plan. And from that, it will help you unlock, is it going to be a hobby or is it going to be an actual lucrative business? So then from there, we can move forward and, look through that a little bit deeper in that boot camp series. So, yeah, great question.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So you're not only helping women build business, you mentioned scaling business potentially as well, and then also, man, you didn't even know you were an entrepreneur. You can help kind of have that conversation with anybody that essentially has a great idea and they want to see if it's worth chasing, essentially,
Yeah.
whether that be as a business or a hobby. Yeah. That's exciting. You want to talk any more about like the scaling aspect of it?
So, yeah, when a customer wants to scale with me, I have them fill out a diagnostic form. It can be a little bit lengthy, but it's really important because it allows me to evaluate where I'm going to have to step in and start the scaling process with that potential client. So I look at it from an overarching, holistic approach as a project management type of role in a way, because although I would love to promise my clients, yes, I'm going to be able to help you scale and you're going to make a lot of money, because a lot of clients want to come to a consultant in the mindset of, I want to make more money and I want to be able to deliver those, promises, if you will, or deliver that to them through the consulting process and the creative process that it takes to meet with them and peel back their business and their business model and the way of doing things and how to improve it. But I have to remind my clients and prospective clients, my role is to help you uncover areas in your business that are either working well or not working well. And if they're not working well, then I need to put together a project to essentially oversee with you so that you can slim areas and cut out the fat that you don't need, and then restructure your business to make sense, allowing you to scale and scale at a healthy pace, and then also have that long-term and longevity that you're looking for so that you can reap the benefits of all the hard work that we're going to do together in the consulting services. So thank you for the question. I hope that answers it, but it's really important that clients that, want to scale know that there's a lot of hard work that goes into that process. And especially when you're working with a consultant too. We're here to help you do that. And it's not easy.
Everyone would do it if it was, right?
Yep.
Well, is there anything else around like this boot camp, or how people can get in touch with you essentially, or how they could get started with Women's Synergy that you wanted to share before we wrap up today's episode?
Yeah, thank you so much. The easiest way to reach me is checking out the website, womensynergyconsulting.com. There's a couple ways on the actual website for you to fill out a form so that you can get that first 30 minutes for free with me. It's under the home page and the about page. There's also a launch your business section on there. So there's multiple different areas throughout the website integrated for you to be able to get that first 30-minute consultation signed up and ready to go. You can also subscribe to my Synergy Edition. It's a blog that I write on a weekly to a bi-weekly basis. And the latest edition was about scaling. So if you want to learn a little bit more about that piece, I think it's really important to check out. If you sign up and subscribe, you can get those for free, and they email you through my website.
Do it. I'm signed up. Do it.
Yay.
Do it.
I love it. So with that, that's the best way. And then you can also go ahead and check out Facebook and Instagram as well.
Awesome. Well, I guess that's it for today. This was exciting. Super happy to learn more about where you're at and how, honestly, just how far you've come even in just a few months. You know, I think first quarter down and going to move into second quarter and a little bit more than first quarter, but moving into second quarter, give or take, of being in business, and it's exciting.
It is. Thank you so much. I just have to give credit to God. I give him all the glory, and everything that I've accomplished I couldn't have without him. So thank you so much for the opportunity today to kind of share with everybody about Women's Synergy Consulting. Thanks for spending part of your day with us here at the Rooted and Rising Collective. We hope this conversation encouraged you to stay rooted in Christ as you rise into your calling. If it spoke to you, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe so you can grab a coffee and join us again. Until next time, keep building with Him at the center.